the story starts here, in the heart of the city.
We continue to follow the ongoing developments.
The student group is the first to take on such a project.
Everyone is waiting for a vote on the bill.
The team is winning at a record-breaking pace.
It's an issue for residents here and around Boston.
The story is coming up on Suffolk U News.
Hello and welcome to this Suffolk U News update coming to you from our downtown studio in Boston. I'm Ashley Cullinane, a junior from Braintree. Thank you for joining us on your cable channel or on the internet. The running of the 118th Boston Marathon is in the record books. Witnessing the run under beautiful blue skies, thousands of fans supporting the runners who took off in 4 waves this year. There were so many of them. Our Suffolk U News reporter Ever Hernandez describes the atmosphere surrounding this year's race.
The sound of cheers was present throughout all 26.2 miles. Supporters lined the barricades to root for those participating in the 118th Boston Marathon. Runner Peter Luia describes the support shown to him from around the city.
Everybody just says welcome and thank you and good job and thanks for coming to restart our city.
After the events that marked the 117th Boston Marathon, spectators acknowledged the emotional difference between this year's race and last year's race.
The marathon just means so much more. It's so much more significant. You know, it's always a big sporting event without a doubt and a great community event, but this year it just feels like it means a lot more on all levels.
From children looking for high fives to volunteers handing out water, the term Boston Strong was exhibited throughout the whole race. Fan Tracy Brown, who attended the marathon last year, was determined to come back this year to show her full support.
This just shows that we can't be beat. I was here last year. I had just left at the time of the explosion, not even 5 minutes. So I was coming back here no matter what.
Have a good race today. Good luck.
With thousands of people filling the streets of Boston, it's safe to say the resilience of the city is alive and well, despite what happened at last year's marathon. Ever Hernandez, Suffolk U News.
American Meb Keflezighi became the first American male to win the marathon in 31 years. Running 26.2 miles is no easy task, but the toughest job on Marathon Monday goes to the Boston Police Department. Its job was to keep more than 1 million spectators and runners safe. Along with helicopters taking the sky, multiple checkpoints all along the marathon route were set up. Officers at each searched bags. Arlington and Copley T stations were shut down, and Green Line T stops near Boylston were tightly examined with police on patrol. Police Commissioner William Evans says the people of Boston should get used to this type of security. He says the 4th of July, first night, and other major gatherings will see the same type of security from now on. We first saw them draped in the outfield of Fenway Park during the Boston Marathon tribute, but on Patriots' Day, the prayer canvases were laid out on display in the Boston Common. Prayer Canvas, America for Boston, is a grassroots project to honor the Boston Marathon bombing victims and survivors, as well as the city itself. The canvases traveled around the United States for 10 months, with all 50 states showing their love and support for Boston in one of its darkest hours. After watching runners cross the finish line, spectators could walk through the public garden and onto the Common to get an up-close and personal look at the detailed canvases that can turn even our enemies into friends.
Really wanted the people of Boston and the survivor community and anyone visiting the marathon to be able to read the messages and to see what people are saying out there and to show that there is support and hope and the resilience.
From the Common to Faneuil Hall, signs of the marathon are everywhere, but not all are about the tragedy. This exhibit is designed to provide a historic journey for visitors. As you move along, witnessing pictures and memorabilia, a backdrop of the finish line allows visitors to take pictures of their own. The main attraction of the Marathon Museum is a collection of belongings from one of the race's most legendary runners, Johnny Kelly. His glass casing holds past trophies, drawings, and other classic artifacts from Mr. Marathon himself. The exhibit was brought together by the Sports Museum.
It's important because it shows the history and the strength of our city. It's a great thing for people to be able to come to get together to do this once a year, and it's always very exciting, so we're happy to be able to show the history of that.
The exhibit is located at Faneuil Hall in the North Market Plaza inside the Best of Boston store. You can check it out through the end of summer. It's usually jammed with commuters, but now it's also crowded with construction workers. Coming up, see which station is getting a facelift and when it will be all smiles again.
Cracked out on secret
Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. Go to discovertheforest.org.
You know what, guys? There's a lot of tree branches and dry brush over here. We should probably move the bonfire over there.
I'm guessing Smokey liked that idea.
It's a hub of public transportation that's busier than ever. South Station was built more than 100 years ago and has certainly changed over the years. The new round of changes is designed to make the station more user-friendly, as Suffolk News reporter Vanessa Bine reports.
The busiest station in Boston has become even busier. Construction workers at South Station have been working night and day to modernize the historic site. With renovation dating back to the fall, some commuters are getting frustrated with the way they're being treated by officials.
You go this way, you go this way. I mean, these people are trained to dictate to us, not direct us and things like that. And that has bothered me over the last couple of months during this, during all this construction and everything.
The station was forced to close the indoor staircase located in the center of the station in order to build a newer escalator and a CVS pharmacy. The stairwell connected the station down to the subway. During the winter months, it left disabled people like George out of luck.
I persevere a little bit, and I just and I get along, and I'll wait and see what it's like when it's finally done.
For others, the renovation of the station has only brought opportunity. Kabloom Flowers employee Nick Bauer says his kiosk at South Station brings in great business.
Business is accelerating, and we're getting a lot. I mean, you get such a variety and so many different people coming through every day.
Bauer says Kabloom will have a large kiosk once all reservations are finished. Other updates include a Tavern in the Square pub, a rivaling Starbucks to existing Dunkin' Donuts, and a 2-story CVS pharmacy that brings excitement for some commuters.
I'm really excited for CVS. That's super convenient that will be right there.
The MBTA assures commuters most renovations should be done by the summer. Vanessa Bine, Suffolk U News.
Besides the glitch with the subway stairwell, all other projects are right on track. Across town and under construction, 20 Somerset, a new Suffolk University academic building set to open next year. The university officially broke ground on the 10-story building last November. The workers are pouring the concrete footings and getting ready to build. This $62 million building will be mostly science labs and lecture halls, but students will also get a new cafeteria and an outdoor lounge area. One building going up, 2 others going up for sale. The Fenton building is valued at $9 million, and the Ridgeway building is home to classrooms and the school's athletic facilities. These sales and the new building are part of the school's plan to reduce foot traffic on Beacon Hill. He's been chosen to speak at our university's law school graduation, but his selection is not making everyone happy. Abraham Foxman is the director of the Anti-Defamation League. The league does not recognize the massacre of 1.5 million Armenians during World War I. More than 800 people have signed an online petition criticizing the league's position and Foxman's invitation to speak. In a statement to the Boston Globe, Suffolk University President James McCarthy says they have examined student problems, but Foxman is more than deserving of the recognition. Foxman will also receive an honorary degree from the university. The Bruins are winning, and so too are the businesses down by the Garden. A sports business report is coming up next, and also ahead, local reaction to a ruling that could decide the future of Division I schools here in Boston.
So I've come up with the family emergency plan.
Great. What is it?
It's difficult to talk about.
so I'm not telling you.
How will we know what to do?
You won't.
I'm so glad I won't have to remember anything.
And me too. Thanks for this, sweetie.
Talk to your kids about who to call, where to meet, what to pack. Visit ready.gov/kids for tips and information.
Okay, so we drowned the fire, stirred it, drowned it again, and now just feel if it's cold.
Yeah.
Cool.
Smokey just gave me a bear hug.
I know. I already posted it. Welcome back to this special edition of Suffolk U News, and we turn our attention to sports. The Boston Bruins are back in the playoffs, and local businesses are looking to capitalize on the impact the hockey postseason creates. Suffolk U News reporter Ever Hernandez explains how businesses around the TD Garden are affected by playoff hockey.
Playoff hockey is finally back, and local businesses around the TD Garden are looking to take advantage of the added season. The Four's owner, Peter Colton, explains how the Bruins being in the playoffs helps his business greatly.
It's great for business. Obviously it's a whole nother season for us, potentially up to 8 more weeks with all the different series. They're all good quality games, events, good crowds, excited fan base. They come early, they stay late, so it's good days for us.
The restaurant business isn't the only industry that sees increase in opportunities to make money. Taxis in front of TD Garden also see an increase in demand during the playoffs. Drivers like Steve Carroll share his perspective on how the playoffs help his business.
More games, people coming in from out of town, makes it good for all of us. And it stimulates everything. And, of course, most of the guys are sports fans that drive cabs. And, it gets us closer to the game, even if we're not in to attend the games.
The playoff buzz around town is evident with banners and posters hanging throughout the city. Owners look to convert this excitement into additional revenue for their businesses once the playoffs begin. Ever Hernandez, Suffolk U News.
The Bruins will battle the Montreal Canadiens on Thursday. Collegiate athletes are looking to mix business with the pleasure of playing sports. Last month, football players at Northwestern University won an appeal which would allow them to vote to unionize and get paid for play. This would revolutionize college athletics in all Division I schools. Here in Boston, we are home to a few Division I schools like Harvard and Boston College. A decision about athletes getting paid could be a dramatic change for the players and their families. BC High grad Andy Concepcion can't believe what's going on with the NCAA and the way they treat their players.
You have these universities, these huge universities that are bringing in millions of dollars, and these students see $0.
An appeal has been launched by the NCAA, preventing the students from voting for the time being. High school and college students can now go see the Red Sox without breaking the bank. The defending world champs announced that they will sell discounted seats to students with a valid school ID and host various student-friendly events. Some of the upcoming events include Greek Night on May 1st, College Media Night on the 18th, and the Class of 2014 Night on May 24th. Standing room tickets will be sold to students for $9 throughout the season, and on select nights, students will be able to purchase seats for $20. Now on to the play on the field. The Red Sox defeated the Tampa Bay Rays 7-4 last night. John Lackey pitched 8 innings while striking out 5, and Shane Victorino went 4 for 4 with 2 RBIs. The Red Sox are 13-14 on the year and are in 3rd place in the LA East. Thank you for watching this Suffolk U News update brought to you by the School with the Heart in the heart of the city. I'm Ashley Cullinane. Have a good day.